Well, good evening, everyone. We welcome you to the 11th round of the National Sim Racing League Cup Series. Tonight we come to you live from Kentucky Speedway in virtual Sparta, Kentucky, in the Bluegrass State. It's the Bluegrass 300. Maurice Sakala with you here on the call for tonight's action. The Kentucky Speedway is a lot similar to last week's Kansas Speedway. A 1.5 mile intermediate track. You can pretty much hold it wide open in the corners and can provide some exciting racing, especially on the restarts. Well, what did we learn from you last week? We were with you at the Kansas Speedway. Well, we saw some exciting racing go down. We saw some great racing amongst the KTS Motorsports team working together, trying to get a race victory, or not just a race victory, but also a 1, 2, 3, 4 finish. However, though, with just under 10 laps to go, we saw chaos break out amongst the top four as they all took each other out. That led to an overtime restart, and taking the win with a penultimate lap pass, that went to James Morris in the number 28 machine. Morris picking up his first career win in the National Sim Racing League. There you see him in the Skittles Halloween paint scheme. As we get ready to go racing here, let's break down the format for you tonight. 200 laps. The stages will each end at laps 45 and 90. So a lot similar to what we saw at Kansas last week. 17 degrees in 1 and 2, 14 degrees in 3 and 4. It is a very rough, very bumpy surface. And a 1.5 mile tri-oval design. No walk in the park for anyone. Qualifying has wrapped up, so with that being said, let's give you the starting lineup for tonight's event. It's Ashton Crowder and Brennan Poole, the two teammates and friends, on the front row. Then you've got Josh Susie and Briggs Swope. They make up row number 2. Row 3, Tyler Isley and Dalton Williamson. Williamson making his debut in the National Sim Racing League. Row 4, it's Mark Cook and Justin Cope. Rounding out the top 10 is Dylan Clark and Mark Sikosi. Row number 6 is Daniel Menzies and William Farmer. We go to the second 6 rows. Alan Crowell and Ryan Broderick, row number 7 for Broderick. It's his first start in NSRO competition. Row 8 is Justin Diltz and John Crow Sr. The 9th row, Aiden Beerline and Nick Boyd. Row number 10 is Jimmy Barr and Paul Smerado. That's your top 20. Then row 11, Brian Preslar and Tom Pera. Row number 12, William Farmer and Russ Boivert. As we go through the rest of the grid, Ed Fowler, Kayla McCarthy, James Morris, Josh Aaron. That is the field of 28 as the field rolls off. You saw how the track looked already earlier in our pre-race, and there you see it once again, 1.5 miles in the tri-oval, with an altitude of just about 54 feet. Let's break down the weather forecast for you today. Track temp 84 degrees and the air temp 83 degrees, which should provide for definitely a slick surface, that's for sure. So per the looks of it, I believe we've got a field of 25 that will take the green flag here, as a couple of drivers have not rolled off, James Morris being one of them, Russ Boivert, William Farmer, Tom Pera, Justin Cope, Ashton Crowder, all starting in the pits. I think they just don't want to take the risk. I think they're expecting a lap 1 yellow. Well, we'll see what happens. As we say, race fans, strap in and hold on tight, because these men and women are about to turn them loose and drop the sledgehammer as they come off of turn number 4, the official front row for the green flag. Tyler Isley and Brennan Poole. The iRacing pace car makes its way into pit road. Here we go, National Sim Racing League action from the Bluegrass State. It is... we may not be going green just yet. We are not going green. Justin Dilt, we've had the
Rush.
We've had a caution extended by a lap. Now it's 2 laps to green. See, no one told me about this. I don't know if something happened with the inside line or what. But I saw them not getting up to speed at all, so let's check and see if we are going racing by now. Nope, we are not. We haven't officially taken the green flag just yet.
Ashes here, since we're literally getting the caution right after the green. Everybody just be careful. Who's on track?
Right. Maintain position until we get everyone out of the pits. Get those guys waved around. Get them in their proper starting position, and once we're set, we'll...
All right, let's check here and make sure. Will we go green this time with Isley and Poole the front row? And no. Oh, wait. I think we got it now. We're green. But I think here we've got something else going on. Let's check in real quick.
Hello.
All right, so let's explain the situation we got here. And again, we apologize for the delay. I know right now it feels a little bit intense. However, though, we are in a situation. The qualifying session got advanced, and not everyone made it through qualifying. Not everyone gridded in time. So what is happening right now is we are gridding the field back up into order. So currently we are underneath a yellow flag from what I would assume as we speak. So as you see, this race is going to start just a couple of laps behind. So Crowder will maintain the pole, and what's going to happen is everyone will just get a black flag. Well, those that get penalized, their black flags will be cleared. So we're just adjusting everything out here as we get ready to go racing. I just talked with the KTS drivers. It seems a little bit confusing on their end, too. Like I said, stand by as we get the official field in lockstep formation. For those wondering, where the pace car is, we'll show you. There it is. Pace car's got the lights on, and they should catch up to it. I don't think they will. As you see, all the commands here on the bottom of your screen. I don't think you can see them to the extreme right because I use an ultra wide monitor. But this race will start with a shorter stage, from what I would assume.
Thomas Pera, it's telling me to get... Yeah, go ahead and catch the pace car, and we'll go from there.
You are row 7.
Yeah, don't pay what iRacing tells you. If you're in the right line that you're supposed to start the race with, stay there. He'll do a clear all on the black flag once we go green. Pace car's off 4. So don't even pay attention to what iRacing's telling you to do. Just stay in your line that you're supposed to start the race in.
All right, we did get a message in the Twitch
At the
chat
time of the caution, like I was behind the 7, so I was trying to put him in front of me.
saying let's go Aiden Bearline. I believe working in race control today.
Again, Josh.
Let's get a black flag here. Don't worry about it. When we get off to race control is going to clear all.
I want to say Kayla McCarthy's working in race control. If not, when we have
Correct. Stay there. We'll clear all once we all get past the start finish line. Just stay off.
we'll have 28 drivers that will take the green. Lights are still on the pace car.
I looked beforehand, I qualified time at 95.
Okay, y'all. Just please, let's just get the race going.
He said row 7, you're row 7, so I'm fine with it right here.
I'd honestly just start the way they've got it started
Throw your
right
row
now.
8 outside, behind the 9.
Okay, then we're good.
Alright, here we go.
Alrighty. Lights are off. We're going to try this again. I already set a start call, so unfortunately, you're not going to get any other time from me. So now the starting lineup is set. 28 horses ready to take the green flag as they get the call off turn 4. Crowder and Poole, the front row as we get ready to officially go green in the Bluegrass State National Sim Racing League action. And here we go as it is showtime from Kentucky Speedway. The green flag is out. What a start from Ashton Crowder. Then it's Brennan Poole, Josh Susi, and Briggs Swope side by side for third. The KTS drivers 1, 2, and 3 as they come off of turn number 2. Drivers going pretty much 2 by 2, entering the corners. 3 wide mid-pack, Mark Cook in the middle with Sikosi and Clark, as is Brad. Lap number 5 is in the books and is led by Ashton Crowder. Justin Cope gained by Briggs Hope, taking away the 6th position. Dalton Williamson in his debut closes the door, and Justin Cope cuts off his air for a moment. This is currently a draft game. You look at the top 2, snaking it like it's the Indy 500 at the moment. We continue to watch the 26 and the 59. Cope takes a peek to the inside. The 26 shuts the door, was just clear. Half a car length currently behind the 26 of Williamson. Josh Susi, the driver in 3rd place, just set the fastest lap of this race. Now Crowder pulls down to the inside to break the draft off of Brennan Poole, while the rest of the draft stays put up on that outside. Tyler Isley currently in 4th. Dalton Williamson tries to find a way down to the bottom and doesn't work at all for him either. This is 9 drivers in a lead pack, all in a train. Dylan Clark in the 34, currently at the caboose of this lead train. Swope gets a little bit tight in turn number 2. This opens the door for Mark Sikosi to make a run down to the inside. Battle for 7th is on between 2 drivers that actually have the number placement correct on the next gen. And with that move, Sikosi can't get the run off the exit just yet. Swope holding serve of 7th position. Battle for the lead is on. Here comes Brennan Poole inside on Ashton Crowder. Off of turn 2, the best drivers in the National Sim Racing League. Side by side with Susi making a push on Brennan Poole. And the 15 goes to the point for right now. Slides up the track for just an inch, and that allows Crowder to pull off and hold on to the race lead. That got very tight there, and we may go 3 wide across the line. Here comes the 26 of Williamson. Oh, the 17 is loose. Isley, what a save he makes. And he's not happy at all with the 26. And with that, cost him a couple.
My bad, I'm sorry.
Cost him a couple of spots. Falls back to the 7th position. Briggs Swope now 6th. Dalton Williamson 5th. The top 4 currently have pulled away after Isley got loose. That's what 550 horsepower can do to you. If you let off, you split that pack up big time. Isley makes his pass stick on Briggs Swope in the number 7. Isley trying to find a way back inside on Williamson, and Williamson goes 2 lanes up. Oh, and I think he just said see ya. This is the 26th of Dalton Williamson. Maybe some tension brewing up early here, like a protest was filed in the Kentucky Derby, possibly. Back up, Briggs Swope trying to fight back on the 17 of Isley. Swope got the advantage off the exit of the turn, but may not help him out just yet. Here comes Sikosi to the inside.
Racing is not going to get us up to this course.
You hear Isley. Let me explain why. The bigger the draft line, the faster you go.
Top right here, Justin trying to break away from that second pack.
Top 4 all working together, trying to break away. Oh, trouble! The 26 of Dalton Williamson's around.
Wide that early, come on. Dive bombing, give me a break.
And we're still wrecking behind them.
Who was it, Mark?
I don't know. Holy smokes, man.
That's William.
13 laps in a 200-lap race. You want to dive bomb 3 wide going into 1.
That is
What
Mark
kind of sense
Cook.
does that make?
That's Mark Cook in the 88, and he's not happy at all. I don't know how he saved it.
That might have been me. I don't know. I was on the inside there.
Dick. Yeah, I don't know what we're racing for. We're fighting for 5th place here. 1 through 4 get away. We should be together here in a line and trying to catch those guys.
Dalton Williamson in his debut
I agree.
wrecked early on. He's going to have to go to a quick repair situation.
Hey, can we catch up to the safety car?
Let's take a look and see what happened. This is going into turn 1. Oh, who's at that forced to 3 wide? Is that Menzies in the 25? It was. Dive bombs into the 88 of Mark Cook, and then clips the 26 of Dalton Williamson, who goes around. Now then watch ahead with the 95 of William Farmer. Ham, Crowell, and another car got together. So just a minor accident that takes place. Let's see what our static shots can show us here. Let's go from another angle in real time. There you see it right there. Why don't we ride on board first with Dalton Williamson. He had no idea that was coming. Nothing he could do about it at all. How about Alan Crowell in the 54? Now he tries to make it through and then clips the 95 of Farmer. And why don't we watch Farmer's on board too? What we're going to do here is we're going to turn on, let's pause the footage here real quick. And we're going to turn on the live voice chat and just let you hear on this replay what they were saying. I don't think we have it. Nope, we do not. Apologies for that. So we'll put this back into our live coverage. I thought we were still able to access that, but apparently we are not. So while we are at it,
Man.
oh, we may have it actually. Let's take a look.
Just riding here, Justin, trying to break away from that second pack.
And what the crap, man? Really? 3 wide that early? Come on. Dive bombing? Give me a break.
Who was it, Mark?
I don't know. Holy smokes, man. 13 laps in a 200-lap race and want to dive bomb 3 wide going into 1. What kind of sense does that make?
That might have been me. I don't know. I was on the inside there.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
A lot of angry drivers there in that situation. Believe we're going green this time by, and we are. Let's reset the field here for you as we go back to green. This will put 17 laps up on the board. Ashton Crowder selecting the inside. It's going to be Brennan Poole, the leader. Nope, I got it right. Ashton Crowder, the leader, selecting the inside with Brennan Poole next to him. That's row 1. Row 2, Josh Susi and Justin Cope. The third row is Tyler Isley and Mark Sikosi. Row number 4, Briggs Swope and Dylan Clark. And rounding out the top 10 is Ryan Broderick and Aiden Bierlein. Drivers, by the way, that I believe happened to pit under that yellow. Mark Cook, I want to say, was one of them. If not, he fell back big time. So Crowder again selects the inside line for this restart. 17 laps go up on the board when he crosses the start-finish line. Here we go. We're back to green. And a nice restart. Susi allows Poole to cut on down, and the KTS drivers 1, 2, 3. Then Justin Cope is 4th. Tyler Isley 5th. Sikosi cuts down into 6th position. And here we go, 2 by 2 for 7th spot. Briggs Swope and Dylan Clark going to work into 3. That's some tight racing off turn number 4. The 9 of Ryan Broderick trying to work with Briggs Swope for that position. Takes it on back, and again, that low groove is the perfect place to be around Kentucky. Ahead of them, Tyler Isley trying to make a run at it on Justin Cope in the battle for 4th. The 59 shuts the door. Let's see what Sikosi does in the number 8. Does he try to look to the inside? Thinks about it, but takes it on back. Top 4 again, currently trying to pull away in front. Behind them, though, the number 18 and 13 going to work. That is, excuse me, that's actually Aiden Bierlein in car number 19. It says 13 on it, and then John Crow Sr. trying to make a run to the inside. And look who else as well is making his way up. Last week's winner, James Morris, in that number 28 paint scheme. Had a great clutch performance last week at the Kansas Speedway, and that is the hottest pack on the track right now. Let's go up front, though, as Tyler Isley and Mark Sikosi still going to battle in turn number 3. Justin Cope, Josh Susi in front, but it looks like they've all settled the score at the moment. Back over here, as here comes Morris down low on Crow. Mark Cook trying to rebound his way up after getting wicked loose in turns number 1 and 2. You know for sure he's not going to take it 3 wide, unlike some other guys that took the risk. That was Morris on the radio queuing up real quick, and as he nearly took it 3 wide. And John Crow nearly into the quarter panel of Aiden Bierlein. We could go 3 wide off the corner with Mark Cook holding his line on the top shelf. Huge pack of drivers right now, currently being led by Bearline, and he's currently behind 1.3 seconds to the driver in 9th. That driver is Dylan Clark in the 34. They're all single file amongst the top 9. James Morris says, come on, let's get single file. It's not time to race it out this early. And that's ironic because here's a guy in the 28 that likes to take the risk, go one position higher. Anytime, anywhere. And again, continues to work with Bearline. Mark Cook still can't find a way to clear the bottom side of the racetrack. It's like everyone behind William Farmer, that 95, led by Josh Aaron and company. I think they've got that all figured out at the moment. Crowder, though, continuing to lead Puo, Susi, and Cope. Isley and Sikosi were able to make their way up to the train of 4. Not take the risk of racing each other. I think I've said Bearline before in the past, Racer Girl 13, who is rooting tonight for Aiden. We come back, by the way, we'll take a look and see what you guys are saying on the chat, not just on the Twitch, but we are also talking about this as well on the Facebook page. We'll keep you up to date on all the info. We'll go side by side. If a caution comes back out, we'll come right back to you. So stay with us right here on National Sim Racing League at Kentucky. .28 laps are complete in the Bluegrass 300. We welcome you back to live coverage of the National Sim Racing League from the Kentucky Speedway. Ashton Crowder continues to lead. He's led all the laps so far on Brennan Poole, Tyler Isley, Josh Susi, and Justin Cope. That's currently your top 5. Also got one driver as well trying to work in this lead draft, and that is the number 8. That is Mark Sikosi in the 6th position. While we were at it, let's take a look at our standings in the National Sim Racing League coming into tonight. And it's pretty tight up there in the standings as Josh Susi in 3rd leads the championship points. And 66 points behind him is Tyler Isley 2nd. And then 108 back is Mark Sikosi in 3rd spot. Kayla McCarthy last week jumped a spot. She's up to 4th in points. And then Jeremy Edwards down a spot to the 5th position. Kayla McCarthy, by the way, not racing. I believe she is working race control tonight. And you've got Briggs Swope, who is 6th, Josh Aaron 7th, Jimmy Barr 8th, Alan Crow 9th, and Justin Cope 10th. Doesn't matter how many starts you have in the National Sim Racing League, as long as you compete in a majority of the starts and you're inside that top 16 in points with without the wins, depending on what's in question, you'll make it on in. We got a challenge for 4th position. Justin Cope going on the attack on Tyler Isley. Let's ride on board here with Justin Cope for a lap. You can see the difference between 5th and 6th via the draft, and then also 6th and 7th. Sikosi about to get eaten up from the draft soon. And the risk that Cope takes, he loses the draft. I don't really think Isley cared a lot about Justin Cope attacking on the pass. He just wants to stay in the draft with the top 3 as his teammates of Crowder, Poole, and Susie. As we've got a yellow out. Yellow is out for John Crow Sr. in the number 18, and that car is damaged. We got more trouble as well. Justin Diltz, see Menzies.
Coming down the track, hold the brake.
Had Fowler, and we may have had to mark a brakes.
What, dude? What? You just rear-ended me, man. For no reason, dude. Pay attention, man.
Angry drivers early on.
Come on up, Brian. Come on up.
As we've got a bunch of drivers in the pits earlier. John Crow in the 18 was the first one we saw go sideways, and we'll take a look at the replay here and see what brought out the yellow. This is officially the second yellow of the day. I may say third, but yeah, subtract 1 for the late start here. I think it was the 13 of Barrel. Oh, no, it started with the 9 getting loose. Oh, man, what a nasty shot from the 18. Head on, and then Justin Diltz gets turned. And oh, my goodness, Bearline took a wilder ride from Diltz. That's Preslar, there's Fowler, and that's why Fowler was mad at the 67. Let's take a look at this in the static shot. Oh my! That was a sledgehammer shot by the 18, and what a camera shot of Bearline catching some sick air. See if we can watch one more angle of that. Ah, the 9 just came down on the 21. That's for a top 10 spot, too. Let's watch the onboard with John Crow first. That was Russ Boysford that got into him as the 9 simply came down. Yeah, enjoy this angle, especially you, Racer Girl. Here is Bearline's onboard. Nowhere to go. Those two drivers know where to go at all. And then Justin Diltz. Let's see what he was angry about.
What the?
Really not, you just blocking everybody, man.
Menzies turned.
Like, what the?
Really not, you just blocking everybody,
That's
man.
Fowler. Oh, man.
Like, what the?
I don't know if Preslar was holding the brake or what.
Come on. If you're coming down the track, hold the brake.
Menzies, what, dude? What? You just rear-ended me, man. For no reason, dude. Pay attention, man.
And I think that was Stilts. Yep.
Really not, you just blocking everybody, man.
Jimmy Barr. Well, I think, does he stop to miss this wreck? Nope. Got into Bearline. And now we go to Menzies. And apparently we had a crash with Ryan Broderick. Let's see what happened there. Unless this is for a ZOL situation. And I think it is. So many drivers are in the pits, some of them getting major tows at the moment, but we're going to have a couple of laps to go in stage number 1. Don't forget the stage ends at lap number 45. And we did see a little bit of strategy. A lot of drivers came in except for the top 3, James Morris, Dylan Clark, and William Farmer. They want the track position over tires, I'm sure of that. So as we get ready to go back to the green flag, let's reset the field for you. James Morris and Dylan Clark in row number 1. Ashton Crowder and William Farmer is row 2. Row 3, Brendan Poole and Josh Susi. Row number 4 is Russ Boiver and Tyler Isley. Rounding out the top 10 is Mark Cook and Brake Swope. So Morris, the race leader, selects the inside line on this restart when we come back to the green flag. Again, last week's winner at the Kansas Speedway, and I am positive with my math here, but Morris only led 3 laps, and he did. Pardon me, I keep thinking we were at the Kansas Speedway last week. We were at the Chicagoland Speedway. I do so many different series. It's hard to keep track of what happened in the previous week, if you know what I mean. But that's me, though. Here we go, 7 to go in stage 1. And a nice restart for Morris on Clark. There goes Crowder making a move on Farmer. Easy spot for 3rd for him. And he's about to make moves on Dylan Clark to the inside. Oh my goodness. Here comes Crowder. Up to 2nd, but he wants the lead. Morris trying to cut him off, but he can't. Crowder is just too fast, man. Washes him up for a moment, and Crowder to the point. 6 to go, and Susi and Poole now on the attack. Crowder officially to the lead with no help. James Morris a little bit loose in turn 2. Hang on to that baby. Poole and Susi go for 2nd. Tyler Isley is up to 4th. This is just currently a mess off of turn number 4 with 5 to go in the stage. Crowder's opened up a gap on Poole. Isley and Susi is there in 2nd through 4th working together. Behind them is just a cluster. James Morris, Mark Cook. Battle for 5th is on. And here comes the 7 of Brake Swope making a move. Looking for 5th. Brake Swope, by the way, has never finished in the top 5 of a National Sim Racing League event. I know it's really early here, and we're just in stage number 1. Good pass for Swope. Clears Cook. Oh, well, hang on. Dylan Clark really loose off of turn 2. I thought he was going water sliding. Three to go in the stage. Swope and Cook continue to do battle. Let's show you who's currently in 10th. That is Nick Boyd in the number 74 over William Farmer. And just look at James Morris. At Kentucky, with how rough and bumpy the surface is, it doesn't matter what package you're using. Tires is better than track position. Took the gamble and did not pay off. 2 to go in the stage, and the pits are closed. Crowder again continuing to do work. Defending Poole, Isley, and Susi. Swope, Cook, Sikosi and Cope all in this lead pack. As the final lap in stage 1 is underway, is anyone going to take any big risks here? Yes, we will. We see Cook trying the inside. On the 7th, they get together. Swope washes up the track. Falls all the way back to 8th. That was, I'm sorry, Mark Cook, but that was a dirty move. Sikosi trying the inside. Meanwhile, off of turn 4, the checkers are out. And Ashton Crowder wins stage number 1. So the yellow's out. Ashton Crowder, your stage 1 winner. 10th spot goes to Nick Boyd. We'll pause here. And as we go to break, Ashton Crowder takes the stage. When we come back, it's pit stops here.
That is the end of stage 1.
Pit stops here at Kentucky Speedway. Couple of drivers in pit road as we welcome you back to the National Sim Racing League. You'll see the pit times. Briggs Swope, pretty much the driver that led them in, and going to use one of his extra sets. Remember, all drivers limited to a specific set of tires, and we'll take a look at it for you right now. Only 6 sets that drivers get. Losing just a little bit of more time in the pits. Fastest, by the way, of all drivers that recently came to pit. You can give it on 4 tires. You can give it to your stage 1 winner of Ashton Crowder with a 14.45. Also, and as for who was the fastest on pit road, we saw earlier a 32.88 by Brian Preslar, which is honestly impossible. So we will give it to the 46.85 set by Crowder. We'll go to break once again, and when we come back, we will have the restart for you.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back to live coverage of the National Sim Racing League here at the Kentucky Speedway. It's the Bluegrass 300. Stage 1 is in the books. Your Stage 1 winner is that green car
Speed a lot slower here than at Chicago.
in the number 1. That is Ashton Crowder. Lights will go off the pace car this time. 1 lap to go until we go back to the green flag. Real quick while we were at it. Next week, the National Sim Racing League at the Dover International Speedway. Start time around 8:45 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/Marty Sakala and the National Sim Racing League Facebook page. Got a couple of great races for you coming on up. After Dover, we go to COTA, Circuit of the Americas, and then we have the World 350 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Sonoma Valley 200 at Sonoma, then the Music City 200 at Nashville. Since this is round number 11, after COTA, we will officially be halfway through the schedule. So how about that in the regular season, to be specific. 1 to go until we get the green. Ashton Crowder is the leader. He selected the inside line for this restart with Brennan Poole next to him. Row number 2, Tyler Isley and Josh Susi. Row 3, Mark Cook and Mark Sikosi. Row number 4, that's Justin Cope and Josh Aaron. And rounding out the top 10, Daniel Menzies and Ryan Broderick. So as we get ready to go back to green, what we want you to do, turn up that engine. Turn up your volume. And because it's time to hear 550 horses come alive 28 times together. Let's crank it up in Kentucky. Underway with stage number 2, and Ashton Crowder has a single file train, and looking out for Ryan Broderick. Oh, excuse me, Daniel Menzies trying to look inside the 9. They're exactly similar. Almost exactly similar, but just a little bit similar between each other. Drivers trying to get their way to the low line as soon as possible so they don't lose a ton of time to the leader. That 88 of Mark Cook is hungry. He's wasting no time. I know he wants the inside line possible, but he wants to be up there with the leaders. That, what you're watching on screen, is a battle for fifth. Sikosi inside on Cope. And then behind them is Josh Aaron and Mark Cook for 7th position. Sikosi washes up the track in front of the 88. That should help out Cook just a little bit. Try and gain a little bit of a ground with the draft. Ryan Broderick thinking about a 3-wide move on the outside of the 88. Has second thoughts about it. Cuts it back. I think this is really what we expected coming on in. Many drivers running the low line as much as they can and trying to work together. Of course, we expected that from the KTS drivers that are currently 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember last time we were with you, those KTS drivers replaced Ashton Crowder with Kayla McCarthy, and guess what happened in the final under 10 laps or so? They took each other out. Josh Susi was the leader on the restart and had a little bit of damage, and it was enough to take him out of a win. Maybe the heartbreak of the season. This time, they want redemption. John Crow.
He was gonna watch it, man. I'm excited.
I think he was saying something specifically to Aiden Bearline in the 19, or Drake Swope in the number 7. Not sure what. Crow continues to talk on the radio. I think he's battling with the 7 of Swope. I want to tell you something interesting. We had this radio on.
Thank God you were paying attention, Russ.
Morris saying something about the 21 of Boysvert. We'll listen in on this. It's interesting, by the way. Last week, we were listening to a lot of audio chatter between the drivers, and the one that led us to muting all this stuff is Billy Moner. Every time he was about to pass a driver, he'd say inside or outside. I don't think it's worthy, right? Because all the drivers have spotters in their race cars. I'm just kidding around. Billy, if you're watching, hope you're doing well, man. Just messing around with you. That was kind of like a little bit of a topic of the night. Brennan Poole up there with Ashton Crowder for the race lead, but I don't think there's going to be any plans on working on battling each other for the race lead unless we got to like the final 5 laps or something. But we've got a lot of time in this race. It's lap 59 of 200. This race, I believe, was supposed to be, I believe it was expected to be 167 laps earlier on this season. And you know what we said instead? Why not? Let's put it up to 200 laps. The race we had at Kansas was spectacular. I guess we could do that for Kentucky again. Yeah, obviously, because it's a 1.5 mile facility. Let's try and find another good battle here between the drivers. And we can check back here as William Farmer may have something going. Farmer actually leading the second train of drivers. The gap between him and Sikosi just over 3.25 seconds. We've got Farmer, then Clark, then Cook, Broderick. Here's the battle we're watching closely. That's the 74 of Nick Boyd and the 77 of Josh Aaron. They were nearly side by side for a moment, but Jimmy Barr up on the outside of Daniel Menzies. That's for 13th on the track. Broderick. Broderick and Aaron are side by side, and that's for the 10th position on the track. You've also got a good battle ahead of them. Dylan Clark, William Farmer for 7th. 95 has been racing since the 3rd round of the season at Homestead, Miami. Was very successful in his debut. I think we're expecting this kid in the 95 to be a winner this season sooner or later. Nick Boyd looking on the outside on Josh Aaron. Broderick lost his spot to him just a couple of seconds ago. So they continue to remain single file in a train at the moment. Let's check back in on this front pack. No changes really amongst the top 6 as they continue to work with each other. Menzies continuing to fade back just a little bit more. Ryan Broderick gets a little bit quicker on the inside of him. But now a battle is on between Aaron and Cook. 77 down to the inside. That's for 9th. Cook, oh man, he almost got the safer barrier off of turn number 2. That got very close. Cook powers it off, got on the gas first, and keeps the 9th position. Working lap number 65 here in the Bluegrass 300. We'll pause here, and we'll take you side by side at Kentucky. If anything else happens, we'll come right back to you. So stay with us here in the National Sim Racing League. Just over 22 laps to go as we welcome you back to the Bluegrass 300 at the virtual Kentucky Speedway for the National Sim Racing League. It is round number 11 on the NSRL calendar. Just had a battle for the lead, and it's continuing to brew up between Brennan Poole and Ashton Crowder, And Crowder takes the lead back. They're just having fun right now, battling for position. Let's go to the replay and show you how the pass first stick stuck for Brennan Poole. Poole just had to run down to the inside. They're trying each other out in the battle for the lead.
Yes, y'all are.
And Poole takes it away, and Poole had to take it away, but now Poole trying to fight back on the one. They're just having some fun right now. I think they got fun where they put up a nice gap on Justin Cope in 5th position. Why not? Let's race each other. But don't race each other too hard, obviously. If a driver gets side by side with you, just give them the spot. I think that's the plan as of right now. As Crowder and Susie battle for second. Susie tried to get a run on the top shelf. And Susie gives the one some room. Possibly gives us a good opportunity to take a look and see what's happening behind this pack and see if we got any exciting racing happening. All the exciting racing is happening mid-pack or in the back. So we know the top 4. Let's show you 5th and 6th. Justin Cope and Mark Sikosi lost ground to the top 4. I think they were the ones trying to make some moves earlier on as well. So at this moment, they're at this moment, they're just planning on riding it out. Then you've got William Farmer here and Dylan Clark in 7th and 8th. Remember, for Clark in that 34. This is his first start in the National Sim Racing League. Paid the fee and said, let's go racing. Why not? So, pretty cool to see Clark here in his first start, riding well in the 8th position. You'd think that looks like rear damage on his machine, but trust me, it's not. And he's got the Speed Demon setups right, so that's pretty cool. You've got that in 9th and 10th. Another driver in 9th making his debut, Russ Boivert. And the number 21 was a part of one of the yellows earlier today. I think it was one with a 9, but however, though, just suffered a tiny bit of damage. No issues, and he kept it going. Boyd.
Just hanging on.
That's Nick Boyd in the 74 reporting something in 20th. So they're in 9th and 10th. And you've got James Morris in the 11th spot after trying to gamble for a Stage 1 win and lost any chance of a point because he stayed out in 11th. And William D. Farmer. So this is pretty much William Farmer Sr., I want to say. This is a good race for him so far. Currently running in the 12th position. Impressive performance by the driver of the 06. We go behind the rest of the drivers. We've got 3 wide. Oh my goodness. Aiden Burline, Daniel Menzies, and Mark Cook. Cook says, I don't want any part of this. Last time I was part of a 3 wide situation, I almost got spun out. Lucky for him, though, he made a nice save, so he's currently back in 14th. So he stayed neutral in that situation with Aiden Burline in 13th. But here comes Jimmy Barr in that number 81. Daniel Menzies was the biggest loser in that 3 wide situation. He's fallen all the way back to the 18th position of 28 drivers because of that deal. So not what he wanted. That was definitely a tough break on him for sure. Let's look at a couple of the other drivers here. Ryan Preslar, after being involved in the last yellow of the race before the stage caution, the last wreck, I should say, currently running in the 16th position, so that's pretty good for him. Ryan Broderick, though, in the 9, has not found a way of I should say, hasn't found an opportunity to make its way back up through the field after using the quick repair and being involved in what was the second wreck of the race back in 18th, and may lose that to the 54 of Alan Crowell. Let's see if that pass works on out, and I don't see it happening just yet. Let's go in front. Ahead of them is Jimmy Barr. Makes a move on Mark Cook for 14th. He's trying to get the pass to work, and he's got some help from Brian Preslar in that 67. I believe as well we may have a battle for the lead shaping up soon between Poole and Crowder. Let's take a look on that. Crowder continues to be right behind Brennan Poole, but I don't see the one taking a big risk just yet. We may have a run to the inside. Morris. Morris was saying something on the radio. I'm not sure if it was to the 21 or the 77. But we've got 10 laps to go in stage number 2. At top 4 have stayed inside the top 4 throughout the entirety of stage number 2. Poole, Crowder, Susie, and Isley. Crowder may think about going to the inside. It's not currently worth it at the moment. They are approaching lap traffic. That driver they are approaching, that's the 57 of Paul Smeraldo. I think we just have a change for 5th position. We've got a good battle for 5th happening here between Sikosi and Cope. Cope, I think, just got a little bit loose off of turn number 2. And we've got one in the wall. Trying to see who that is. That is Crowell in the 54. Nope, excuse me, pardon me. There's 2 Rowdy Energy cars. Normally Crowell's car is pink. That is Tom Pera and the number 16. That fell off the pace. He was gone a lap down insane now with the 57 Smeraldo. We just heard radio chatter as Russ Boisvert and James Morris go to work for 9th. By the way, keep in mind, you should focus on this closely. This is 9 through 11. The driver in 11th and 12th will not get stage points. The final one currently belongs to the 77 of Josh Aaron. We'll check back on that in just a moment, but we go back and watch the Cope-Sikosi battle for 5th. Sikosi doing this without any draft help at all, so it's tough for him to try and stick the pass to work. The 95 of Farmer going to take advantage of it. He wants the 6th spot off of Sikosi, and he's got it for right now. They tries to side draft. They nearly touch. Very close for the 95. I think Sikosi clears, and he does. So now just about 3 car lengths for Sikosi behind Justin Cope, or Cope could try and pull away. Ooh. Farmer faked for a moment like he was going to try and make his run in turn number 3. I think he's going to try and set this corner up. Nothing done there. But the Sikosi-Cope battle just not over yet. Oh, and Cope, I think, just touched the wall. I think he drove it so hard on the exit of 2. That car got really tight and nearly got into the wall. Sikosi, though, does not take advantage of it. He tries the inside. Cope's car is very tight. Very tight off the corner. Sikosi uses the apron. Got to be careful of that bump across the start-finish line. And he takes away 5th. Farmer goes to 6th. Four to go in the stage, and this is the best battle on the track. Cope, can he get the run to stick on the 95 of Farmer? On the exit of turn 4, that's his favorite line of the day, and at the stripe, he edges him by about a door. 3 to go in stage 2. Let's check back in on the battle for 10th. Oh, we got a driver off track. Ryan Broderick
My bad, 9. I didn't mean to do that, man.
went off the track.
Dude, you've been urinating.
Let's take a look. Menzies, that's the second situation he's
What are you doing?
caused
My bad, 9. I
today.
didn't mean to do that, man.
I think they may be still having some words.
No pressure from you, Josh.
Speaking of boys, let's look at that 10th place battle. Currently belongs to Josh Aaron, but the momentum him and Morris could be losing could open the door up for Russ Boyver. William Farmer has backed out of the battle for 10th as we're underway with the final lap of stage number 2. 1 second lead for Ashton Crowder, and that will do it for the stage pretty much as long as he has no issues. He's pulled away from Poole, he's pulled away from Susie, and has pulled away from Isley, his 3 teammates. Look at the gap between 1st and 5th. 10-second lead as he comes off of turn number 4. Ashton Crowder, your stage 2 winner at Kentucky. Let's check back in. Oh, man. Yellow comes out quickly, and as Aaron will take 10.
That's the end of stage 2.
1, 2.
Cross the flag, guys. You're going to lose positions that way.
And Broderick continues to have words with Menzies. Menzies has been racing,
They're on the backstretch.
probably has been making more contact than any other driver on the track tonight. So Ashton Crowder is your stage 2 winner. We'll step aside real quick and we'll have pit stops when we come back. Just a quick break there as pit stops about to begin from stage number 2, and everyone, I believe, is going to come into the pits this time. It was a caution-free stage number 2, so we should expect them all to come into the pits, and we will. You'll see the leaders' pit times at the bottom of your screen, as well as everyone else's once they update. Crowder and Poole started on the front row, so they will have the top 2 pit stops. While we're at it, let's take this chance to welcome all 17 viewers onto the National Sim Racing League, whether you're watching on Twitch or on Facebook. Facebook is at the National Sim Racing League, and obviously this is my Twitch right here. Let us know where you're from and who you were rooting for in tonight's race. The chat's been pretty quiet tonight. We've only had one person in chat. That's Racer Girl 13 rooting for Aiden Bearline. We need more support than that. And Brennan Poole wins the race off pit road with Josh Susie in second. Crowder, this is a long stop for him. I don't know what's taking him so long. Well, this is interesting. Ashton Crowder, either that or he's going to take a challenge and try to make his way from the back up to the front. I don't know what's taking him this long. A 45-second stop unless he was issued a penalty. Looking at chat to see what happened there. And nothing happened. We'll recap the pit stops when we come back, but Brennan Poole will assume the lead as he wins the race off pit road here at Kentucky.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Stage 3 about to begin for the Bluegrass 300 as we welcome you back to live coverage. The one with the fastest pit stop, I have a 14.28 that was set by the 06. How about William D. Farmer, who is currently in the 7th position. The one with the fastest on pit road, though, as a whole, got a 47.25, won by Josh Susi, that is in second. Let's reset the field as we get ready to go back to green. Brennan Poole, Josh Susi, that's row number 1. Row 2 is Mark Sikosi and Tyler Isley. Row 3 is Justin Cope and James Morris. Row 4, William D. Farmer, and then the 21 of Russ Boisvert. And rounding up the top 10 is Dylan Clark and Jimmy Barr. So Brennan Poole is the control car as we get ready to go back to the green flag. We'll have just over 100 laps to go as we come back to the green flag. Good restart, getting up to gear. Sikosi and Isley for second spot, and the number 8 takes it. Splits up the KTS drivers. Justin Cope wants third on the number 12. Can he get it? The answer is no. The draft powers on through on the outside. Cope washes up the track. They look, oh, watch out, Morris. Morris is loose. William Farmer is loose as well. What a save, Preslar. My goodness, that got close. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the drama of the Kentucky Speedway. You never know what can happen on these restarts, I tell you. Man, William D. Farmer almost lost it. Even worse for James Morris. He was sideways in that number 28. Falls back to the 14th spot. Meanwhile, back up front, Poole continues to lead. Isley.
By the way, nice save.
Who's fallen back to 5th.
Thank you.
Morris is being credited for the save on the radio at the moment. Susi trying everything he can do to try and get by Sikosi for the second spot. You know Sikosi and Cope are going to work together. I don't know what Isley's going to do. You know he's going to go with Susi. But Susi is just trying to find a way by. Top 6 all trying to work together at the moment. How about Aiden Bearline, who's made his way up to the 6th spot? Biggest mover of the race so far. Each started in the 24th position. Actually, correction on that. We officially now have a biggest mover of the race. He started from the 27th position, which is pretty much last, and he's up to 12th. I present to you James Morris. Everyone currently single file at the moment amongst the top 5. Aiden Beerline in 6th. Nice job and a nice comeback. He's already used a quick repair so far today in the race earlier on. We've got D-Fast Racer 13 out there watching from Virginia. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. As we've got 100 laps to go when we come across the start-finish line. You'll see the cross flags fly. How about we do it for one last time tonight? Let's crank it up for you here at Kentucky. I tell you something. That was a good battle for third. That was developing between Susie, Cope, Isley, and Bearline, and it's also allowed Dylan Clark to close in. I would watch this very closely, folks, because this could get a lot more dicey throughout the rest of this race. There we go. You see it right there. Isley inside on Justin Cope. That's for fourth.
That block is going to be so far.
Oh, boy, he just called out Justin Cope, said stop blocking. And it's getting, more dangerous. Look at that. There's Ashton Crowder. How about his performance? After going back to 18th from a restart, due to pit road situations, he's made his way back up to 7th. Susie, meanwhile, getting really aggressive on Sikosi. And now the 8 wants the lead, but Susie's got the advantage on the top shelf. This is getting to be a mess at the moment. This is currently just an accident waiting to happen. Barr
Hitting it.
just said he's paying it. Oh, Justin Cope! Loosey-goosey in 3 and 4. And he saved it somehow. I don't know how, but somehow he did. That was utterly close. Let's go back and look at the front of the field. So Susie's in second. Isley is third. Crowder and Sikosi for fourth. And now 1, 2, 3, 4 KTS. Sikosi, got to give him credit, man. He took the big risk. But the moment he was trying to look for the race lead, he just lost time. So Jimmy Barr exits in the pits with a 15.8 second stop. Interesting that he went for it, but I'm not too sure what the real situation was there. So you know the KTS drivers are going to stay 1, 2, 3, 4. Sikosi's going to keep taking the risk, but he's just going to lose a lot of time. Dylan Clark 6, Aiden Bearline 7th, and that's the best battle on track for 7th spot. Justin Cope trying to make a move on the number 19. That's with the 59. Just over 180 miles an hour into the corner. As the racing continues. And now Susie losing some spots. Ashton Crowder. Just said something, but we couldn't hear it on the radios. So now the question is, will the man that's won both of the stages we've had so far, will he go for the race lead on the 15? That's the real question. I am not too sure, though, but we're going to monitor this very closely. Sikosi back in 5th, and again, credit to Dylan Clark in his debut, running in 6th position, and up there with the fastest cars in the National Sim Racing League. Crowder, I think, going to take it easy for right now. Let's go back over here as Justin Cope tries out Aiden Bearline for 7th position, and there's the pass for Cope, and because they're side by side, here comes Russ Boisvert and William Farmer, even James Morris. This is going to be a 5-car train here any moment. However, though, they'll be short-handed, though, compared to the lead pack. 6 on 5. Cope a higher line, but remember, Cope's car is very tight. And now look at the run for the 21 of Boisvert. Trying to run that black line. That's really been like a reference point for many drivers today on how to run that bottom groove of 1 and 2. It's just like that in 3 and 4 as well, and Boisvert using it to his advantage, still trying the bottom grooves of this track to get by Boisvert, of Bearline, excuse me. Again, you're looking at a battle for 8th on the track at the moment. Bearline nearly popped out of line. Now those drivers will work together. James Morris at the caboose of this train. While we are at the moment, let's take this opportunity to give a shout out to our sponsors of the National Sim Racing League. You see them on the bottom right corner of your screen all season long. Speed Demon Setups, also Speed Demon Graphics. In addition to affordable SEO and marketing, Elevated Outdoors, and Butt Kicker. Make sure you go support them. Check out their Facebook pages and their websites. Great people all around. See what else we got throughout the pack. Menzies by himself, and this is a battle for 13th between Briggs Swope, Josh Aaron, and Nick Boyd, and of course, the DraftKings teammates will work together. That's a crazy pack right there. That pack has pretty much been the craziest all day today. Boysvert.
Please do it.
Lets Morris go by. I think he's saying something funny. When I hear one more time, I think he's saying reach up there and pull those belts tight like Larry Mack. I'm not too sure though. Let's watch here for 7th.
Stop your aggressive blocking. Problem.
By the way, we missed it as well. Ashton Crowder has officially passed Brendan Poole for the race lead. Let's look back and see how that pass stuck. We apologize that we missed out on it. Slingshot engaged for Ashton Crowder, and to the point he goes. At the same time, Mark Sikosi. Let's watch this here. That's for 4th on the track. Let's fast forward just a little bit forward here and watch the great racing between Sikosi and Isley. Oh, hang on, we got trouble. Trouble on the track. The yellow is out, and Alan Crowell has spun on the back straightaway. Rear end damage to the 54 Rowdy Energy machine. As we take a look at the replay to see what happened here to Crowell. Contact. Oh my goodness. Swope just washed up the track and got into him. I don't think we really expected that at all, for sure. Why don't we look at Crowell's perspective? First from our speed shots. Crowell's on board. Pit road is open and everybody is coming on in. Let's see if Crowder can rebound after a horrible pit stop. This time out. And it's going to be close off of pit road. Give it to Crowder, then Poole, Susie, Isley, Sikosi, Clark, Farmer. And then it's Bearline, Morris, and Boyvert. As everyone exits the pits, Crowder holding serve at the moment as the race leader. We'll step aside here for a little bit. We'll be right back here at the Kentucky Speedway.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
As we welcome you back to the Kentucky Speedway in Sparta, Kentucky. Everybody coming on in. We'll have a couple of drivers, though, getting a wave around, that being Jimmy Barr and is that John Crow Sr.? Yes, it is. Okay, one of their laps back, and that will put Barr back on the lead lap. Again, don't forget to tune in next week as National Sim Racing League goes to the Dover International Speedway, also a 200-lap affair. Broadcast time at around 8:40 p.m. We go green at 8:45 p.m. on twitch.tv/Marty Sakala and Facebook at the National Sim Racing League page. Probably one of our most viewed and most consistently viewed broadcasts so far. We have 14 viewers. We had a top of 19. Share this stream with your friends. Let's see you get up to 20 views tonight. 20 views, and that would be definitely satisfying. All right, so let's reset the field as we get ready to go back to the green flag. Ashton Crowder selects the inside line on this restart. Second is Brennan Poole. Row number 2, Josh Susi and Tyler Isley. Row 3, Mark Sikosi and Dylan Clark. The fourth row, William Farmer and Aiden Beerline. And row number 5 is James Morris and Russ Boisvert. Crowder selecting the inside line for this restart. And everyone checking up just a little bit. Watch this closely. Everyone checking up. This is a late start.
What are we doing here?
This is a late start for Ashton Crowder.
Force Crocky leaders. Force Crocky.
That was crazy.
Crowder playing a little bit of mind games as William Farmer Jr. was asking what we are doing there. As the 1 and the 15 hold serve from the front row.
Russ, what's the damage to my bumper?
The rear bumper on Morris not looking good. Boisvert losing some time a little bit.
Thank you.
Look behind them, though. We're 3 wide. Justin Kolb making some moves. Gets by both Menzies and Broderick, who both caused a little bit of bunch of cautions today.
All right.
Everyone's staying single file for right now. Mark Cook gained by Ed Fowler for 18. Man, ever since Cook got spun, well, got loose and saved it, he has not found a way to rebound at all. What a tough race this has been for him. But Crowder, look at that, gets a nice little bump draft from Brennan Poole entering turn 1. I don't know if he even lifted the rear wheels off the ground or not. Isley trying to make a move on Farmer. That's for 5th. Clark right on the rear bumper. Look at that. From Crowder's perspective, a nice little bump draft into turn number 1. Watch that again. Specifically, we're going to watch this specifically when they come off of turn number 4. Brennan Poole gets a nice exit compared to Crowder. You see he gets this nice little gain on in. You don't see the bump draft there, though. But it's there amongst the top 4 KTS drivers. Behind them, though, it's a mess. That's for 20th. Paul Sparrow, Nick Boyd. By the way, I should mention this, too. Tyler Isley just set the fastest lap of the race. 29.95. There have only been 4 laps that have been under 20 seconds. Isley, 29.95, plus shipping and handling. Mark Sikosi with a 29.97, Briggs Swope a 29.98, and Justin Cope with a 29.99. Good day for a bunch of drivers throughout the field. Let's go back to Boisvert. He looks to attack on Cope. That is for 12th. And behind them, Broderick and Menzies. Oh, they nearly got together. Menzies nearly came up and took out the 9 of Broderick. Swope washes up the track once again. Here comes Justin Cope, a much better exit. Tries to take away P11.
That side by side don't get you nowhere back there, does it?
Door to door, they touch. Oh my, that got close.
Makes everybody lose the draft.
Cook, I think, calling out.
Enough, Martha. If you get there, I'll help you.
Cook, I think, is calling out the 67 and the 25 of them being side by side. Gets him nowhere. Farmer and Clark in a nice battle. That's for 6. Then James Morris makes it a 3-man tangle. And while that is happening, look what your top 5 are doing. Trying to pull away. That's what they're trying to do. There's the gap between 5th and 6th. Isley's just, right now for Isley, he wants to try and pass Sikosi. Now look at that, different lines from Clark and Farmer. Let's see what Morris can do off of turn 4. Takes it back. Look at that, more drivers using the apron across the start-finish line, but you got to be careful. There's that big bump when you come across the start-finish line. That's what we saw as well with Ryan Blaney the last time Cup ever raced at Kentucky, which was in 2020. When they were 4 wide. Blaney was all the way on the bottom, hit that bump, made contact with Kevin Harvick. Isley inside on Sikosi for 4th.
Didn't get much lower, bud.
Man, Isley saying to Sikosi, I couldn't get much lower than that. Now let's go behind them with Clark and Farmer. Now Morris trying to make a move on the 95. P7 on the line. Morris is going to get the advantage. I think he clears the 95 off of turn 4. He does. Ooh, Morris nearly got onto that quarter panel. Great racing as a whole between the top 8 on the track. Now Isley takes 4th, working with the KTS drivers. He's trying to pull away from Sikosi in 5th.
Nice slide job, 16.
William Farmer on the radio, giving the credit to the 16 of Tom Pera, saying that was a nice slide job. Alan Crowell back up to the 54. Oops, pardon me. Crowell, a teammate of Tom Pera. Remember, Crowell was involved in the last spin of the race, where Briggs Swope washed up the track and got into the 54 of Crowell, spinning him out on the back straightaway. Single car accident. Crowell currently in 23rd. Two drivers, or I should say one driver currently out of this race so far today, and that is Dalton Williamson. Got spun out on lap number 13. Contact with Mark Cook after he got sent in from the 25 of Daniel Menzies. A 3-wide situation gone bad. Isley looking on the outside of Josh Susie for a position. Drivers have about, I'm trying to make sure I got this right. Drivers have about 50 to 60 laps on a fuel window. Every driver pitted around lap 117. So we should see the next stop at around lap 167. And that would be the final stop of the race. Again, my math's not entirely correct on that, but that would be what I would expect. Again, teammates working together 1 through 4. Let's go over here to 8th place. And the battle for 7th on between Morris and Farmer. Ride with the Skittles machine. The Candyman of Morris coming off of a win last week at Chicagoland. Had a great restart off of Josh Susie with 2 to go. Passed him on the backstretch and won the race. We just had a change as well for 9th position. Let's go back there. 3 wide in 1. Oh my, that's a big pack. Brake Swope leads that. Then Justin Cope, Aiden Bearline, Russ Boisvert, Ryan Broderick, and Josh Aaron. That's from 9 through 14. And folks, that's an accident waiting to happen, like the Dallas Cowboys. We go back over here as Farmer passes Dylan Clark for 6th. Let's go back and watch that pass once more. Unless, do we have it? We do. Slingshot engaged right to the inside. Makes the pass stick. For 3rd, Josh Susie and Tyler Isley. Isley wants the 3rd spot, and that is helping the top 2 pull away. Oh, Susie tight. That should help out your Daytona 300 winner and Isley take away the... Oh, man. Susie almost took out his teammate. Susie entering this battle too. Excuse me, Sikosi entering this battle too. So Isley takes away 3rd. Has nothing to say on the radio. He usually says something whenever he makes a pass or whenever he loses a pass. That puts Sikosi now up to 4th and Susie back in 5th. The driver is in the pits. That's John Crow in the 18. You'll see his stop time on the bottom of your screen. Sikosi a little bit loose. Does Susie force a 3 wide? He doesn't.
We're gaining, Mark. Well, Mark, I'm really not trying to pass you here. I'm just running my line. It's just a little different from yours.
Oh, no! Teammates touch. Susie and Isley, they're going to lose a lot of time to Sikosi. They're probably talking on Discord thinking, why, man, why? And another guy's probably saying sorry, but this opens up the door for Farmer in that 95. This has been some good racing in Stage 3 as of right now. These past few laps or so. Behind them, Morris and Clark for 7th. And Morris goes to that spot from 27th to 7th in the race. That is a great run for the number 28 so far. Let's go back. This is 3rd through 7th. Oh, we got a driver off track. That's Menzies. Pass to the grass as Broderick goes by. across the start-finish
I'm sorry,
line.
man, I got loose. I tried to drive through it, and that's all.
Are you sure you got loose, Broderick? Because the same thing happened to you from the other guy. I don't believe in that, Ryan. I don't believe that. That was the same spot. Broderick may have gotten a little bit of payback on Daniel Menzies. Justin Dilt's in the pit road. The window is open for a couple of drivers, so they're going to try and take the one-stop situation right now. Let's go back on to third place. As it's still Sikosi, Susi, Farmer, and Isley. Let's go over here to the Wild Pack at the moment. Nick Boyd on the outside of Aiden Bearline. That is for 12th on the surface. Whoa! Crossover from Boyd. Inside. What a pass on Briggs Swope if he can clear him. Not yet. Meanwhile, in front of them, Susi nearly got by the 95 of Farmer. Puts them back big time. Let's go back and watch Bearline and Aaron off of 2. Same with Cook, and ahead they're still side by side. Swope got the wall off the corner. Remember, he's been tight all day today as well. Has faced a lot of understeer problems. And Aaron gets into his teammate. They're loose. Mark Cook is loose. Can they save it? They cannot. We've got Calamity in 4. Bearline and Cook, yellow lights are on. I told you that pack was an accident waiting to happen. As the caution flies, Cook's night is done.
Nice move, Brig.
Cook not happy on the radio, that's for sure. And that should give us our final stop of the race. As the yellow lights come on, you were watching it live as it happened. We're going to show this to you from our aerial shot. And that's not on Brig. Aaron got into his teammate. Fowler. Oh no, Cook then comes up into Fowler. Sums him around. Hard contact for the 88. And a tough break for Bearline. Fowler also involved. Some drivers going through the grass to miss it. Man, oh man. Let's watch this in real time. There you see the contact. And then here it comes. Right there. Man, a rear end shot coming from Bearline. Real quick, pit road is open. Everyone coming in. We'll get to those onboards in just a moment.
I don't know what happened there, but the 18 stopped, and I didn't want to get a passing under yellow caution or a penalty.
Lucky dog coming. Lucky dog coming high.
4 tires and fuel for everyone. Could be final stops.
18 was sitting there waiting on 7 to go, so I wouldn't get past 10 o'clock.
Could be the final stop of the race. And
I was
Brennan Poole off the jack first and wins the race off pit road. This yellow gives Jimmy Barr the lead as he stays out. But here's the thing, though. He's got 44 laps of worn tires. He'll be coming in a little bit. He's got 1 stop left to make. It's Brennan Poole wins the race off pit road. Crowder loses 2 spots. William Farmer, how about his stop? Right behind Brennan Poole, 14.95. That's the second, that's the third maybe or 4th fastest stop of all the drivers. But he was the quickest on pit road. All right, we're going to watch onboards here. This is Mark Cook. Watch the contact from Josh Aaron. Gets into his teammate. And then nowhere to go. Let's go to Bearline. As he's got nowhere to go. He found a gap, and then Cook comes up. And finally Fowler. I think we came in late on that. We did. So Jimmy Barr, by the way, just came into the pits, so Brennan Poole will restart as the race leader. Take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going right back to green. 50 laps to go. Lights are off the pace car when we go green. There will be 49 laps to go. And we are in for a treat to the end. That is for sure. Brennan Poole and William Farmer make up the front row. Row number 2, Ashton Crowder and Mark Sikosi. Row 3 is Tyler Isley. And then James Morris, a great stop from the 28 as well. Row 4, Dylan Clark and Josh Susie. Susie did not have a good stop at all. And row 5, Justin Cope and Nick Boyd. Don't change the stream. You are in for a good finish. That is for sure. Brennan Poole, the control car when we go back to the restart, and Farmer hanging back just a little bit. Wants to make sure when Poole goes, he goes quickly, but he's got to make sure he has that push coming from Sikosi, and we go back to green. Poole checks out of the hotel quicker than you got to check out. Crowder, then Farmer, Isley. Sikosi tucks back down the line.
Got your break, buddy.
Not happy the way Farmer cut down on him.
Coming up from the back, and I got by him for the green flag drop.
Look at Morris inside on Sikosi.
So do you or Josh Aaron need a black cleared?
5th position. And now Isley inside on Farmer for the spot. It's Farmer at the line, but Isley's got the control. And now Crowder inside on Poole for the lead. Good battle happening between the teammates off of 2. Tight racing. Poole with the advantage on the exit. This opens the door for Isley, though. Crowder washes up. Poole's got it on the exit. Here comes the 17. Isley, is he going to try and make it 3 wide? This is what you love about the 550 package, these insane restarts. Everything else, you know, hang on, Poole. Morris was there. Morris's MO, take no prisoners. The Candyman wants second on Isley. And he is up to 3rd position. Oh my. Susie up in 5th, Sikosi back to 6th. And now, Poole wants 3rd back. This is fun. at the moment. And now the 2 for 1. Morris didn't want that. That's what happens when you eat Skittles. Well, for me, though, you lose 2 spots. Susie trying to get 4th position back on that 28 machine. Last week's winner doesn't work. Morris keeps command of that 4th position. Now for the final spot in the top 5. Susie and Sikosi. Oh boy, here goes Poole on Isley. Morris wants in on it. Oh my, he wants 2nd. But not going to get it at all. Poole holding command, washes up the track, keeps Isley in his draft. And that helps out the 17, keep control of 3rd. Behind them, my goodness, how many laps have they been side by side? Behind them, they're nearly 3 wide. I don't know how long Sikosi and Susie were side by side for, though. But it was pretty good. Morris continues to do work on Isley for P3. Insane competition at the moment. Isley cuts down, holds control of 3rd. Meanwhile, the drivers behind them, Cope has 7th, Clark 8th, Farmer 9th, Nick Boyd is in 10th.
Thanks, Brian.
Preslar 11th, and then Daniel Menzies is 12th. How about the job by Preslar in this race after being involved in that accident? And he's kept control of it. Boysford, though, has been the biggest loser after this restart. All the way back to 21st. Morris, though.
Deep dive bomb and see what happens. I'll take his boat, though.
Not happy at Isley.
I'm going to try to push you on the screen. See if we can catch it. It's not going to do much for me trying to pass.
That's great sportsman.
Oh yeah, you won't finish either, Tyler.
Oh, boy.
I'm not scared of you or any of these people.
Morris and Isley,
You're real tough.
they're saying some words. Let's see what happens. Then we're going to get a question. The question's going to be, will we see a cheap shot?
Try me, Tyler.
Into the turn. He sends it in.
Y'all are battling for like, oh my god.
Susie's going to work with his teammate. That's costing.
You tried and you failed.
That cost Morris the spot. Susie now saying some words. Oh boy. Whoo!
If I would have tried, you would have been the outside wall.
Damn.
Second warning, enough.
Come on.
Saying some words, and drivers are getting warned about chat. They may disable some chats here. I'm not too sure. But Morris said some words. KTS is in his head.
I got you.
KTS is in his head with all that trash talking. Morris is back to 5th. He's got to get that out of his mind and focus on what's most important, and that's that win. Behind them, though, Farmer clears Clark. That's for 8th. Now Nick Boyd trying to fight back. I think this is the highest we've seen him in a race today. Up to the 9th position. First time the 74 has been in the top 10. And he clears. You've got as well Brian Presler up in this battle as well. Let's go back to the front. Ashton Crowder at the head. And Mark Sikosi in the caboose. 6 cars under a blanket in the battle for the lead. All working to each other. Not taking any big risks at the moment. See the car numbers on your screen where everyone's at the moment. Susie, is he trying to set something up on his teammate? I don't think so. Giving him a spot back. This is pretty much right now the closest battle you see on your screen with the top 6. Everyone pitted on around lap 150. 52 laps to the end. This brings up the question, do drivers have enough? I think they do. But it could be close, especially on 1.5 mile tracks. You just never know what's going to happen. Let's go back. Nick Boyd trying to get something going on William Farmer and Justin Cope. Farmer to the apron. Inside he goes. 7th spot. Is it his? Sends it in. Does he get tight? The 59 we know has had a tight car throughout the day. Farmer clears. Yes. The Root Beer Man taking 7th spot away.
Thank you. Oh, voice shot in.
So Farmer, who started from 12th up to the 7th position. Let's go back and see if we got another good battle
All right,
here.
Farmer, I know you've been sandbagging all night. Let's go.
I wish I was, sir.
Nick Boyd, William Farmer having some fun together. Nick Boyd says, Farmer says, I wish I was sandbagging as Dylan Clark loose off of turn 4. That got close there. Let's go to Daniel Menzies and Ryan Broderick. These two have been rubbing into each other, specifically on the front stretch, pretty much the entire day today. Menzies got into Broderick once. Broderick repaid the favor. I don't know if it was intentional or not. Probably wasn't, but I think it was intentional. But you never know, especially in iRacing. That is a battle, too, for 12th position on the track. Mark Cook, by the way, after that last yellow, has called it a night. He is out of the race, finishing in the 26th position. For the lead, though, Brennan Poole inside on Crowder. He takes it and goes to the point. Let's see what you do here if you're Tyler Isley. Do you let that top 2 race? Oh, Poole sent it in the inside, and Crowder gives it to him. Oh, Poole got loose at 3 and 4. Crowder with a crossover on the exit. Tries to side draft Crowder to the apron. Oh, is Isley going to take a 3 wide into turn 1? He set it in. Contact between the teammates. Poole is up in the wall. What on earth was Isley thinking?
There we go.
Tyler Isley with the double kill in the race. And they're 3 wide. That is for 4th on the track. And they're going to lose some spots. Perhaps Isley's the one that's taking no prisoners today. Oh, Morris and Poole making more contact. Oh, my. Those guys may not be happy at each other after this race and their teammates. Did we see the KTS drama happen early on? Earlier than what we saw last week at Chicagoland, possibly? One thing that we know for sure is Tyler Isley is in the lead. Josh Susie is second. Isley's looking for his first win since the Daytona 300. Crowder trying to fight back on Sikosi on the inside. Sikosi tries the top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. But that just cost him big time. Back to 4th. I could lose another spot to Brennan Poole. Poole down low on Sikosi. Tucks back in line. Morris is still in the battle in 6th position Oh, it's getting more messy here in the lead pack. So he's going, oh, Poole. Oh, into Morris. They go around. Yellow is out. What on earth happened to Brennan Poole? The rear end is gone.
Slow down for the pace car, so I'll slow down out of 2. Everybody.
Poole's going to have to use his quick
Gave you
repair.
enough, room there, Brandon, didn't I?
I got a penalty for that race control.
Yeah, I got loose and then I was trying to save it and then I just like overcorrected, like back hard right.
Wow.
So, sorry guys, or whoever I got there in that deal. That's just lost it.
That is a tough break.
Man, you still got that quick repair?
Morris, did you get the penalty for spinning into the pit? Is that your deal?
Yes, sir.
Gonna watch this closely
Alright, I'll take care of it. Hold on.
as drivers come into pit road.
Thank you, sir.
Two drivers stay out. William Farmer and Brian Preslar do not pit. Interesting strategy call. As the leaders are in. My goodness, that was getting crazy. Just imagine what's going to happen in the final 23 laps or something. Race off pit won by Nick Boyd, who took 2 tires. If not fuel only, then it was Susie, Isley, Sikosi. Clark Crowder repairing optional damage, I think. Brennan Poole, I think he already used his quick repair. You got to watch that closely. Make sure that quick repair is not checked when you come in. Well, you saw it happen. We're going to watch Poole's onboard here and just show you what happened. We're actually going to take you through another angle we have. Look at that wheel. Look at that wheel. Show it to you one more time. Just too much to the right. Man, that's unfortunate. And gone to James Morris, too. Everyone is good to go to the end, but what about the top 2 that pitted on lap 148? I think they will be good. But with under 25 laps to go, we'll see what happens in just a moment.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Lights are off. Going green this time by 23 laps to go. And I'll just say it in the words of Roy Silver, the legendary announcer from the Oswego Speedway, you've got to have a favorite. There's always one. William Farmer and Brian Preslar are the front row. They did not pit, and Farmer selects the outside line. Row number 2, Josh Susie and Nick Boyd. Boyd took 2 tires. Susie took 4. Row 3 is Tyler Isley, Mark Sikosi. Then it is Dylan Clark, Justin Cope, and rounding out the top 10, Ryan Broderick and Daniel Menzies.
Final with it.
Here we go. 22 laps to go. Is this going to be a run to the end or not? We'll see what happens. Farmer fires late. We're back to green. What we've seen in the past at Kentucky, tires always beats track position here. Look at Susie. Thread the needle. 4 wide, and there they go. The 67 is around, and we've got the big one breaking out. Oh my goodness, this is about 10 cars involved. Wow. Oh man, there's still more contact in the aftermath. Justin Cope.
Brake control.
Brian Preslar, Russ Boisvert,
Yes, sir.
Aiden Burline, I think Tyler Isley, Justin Diltz, Daniel Menzies. Holy moly. Many cars are in the pit. I don't know who missed it. I don't know who got in it. Everyone was that got in it, but there is heavy, heavy damage. I'm going to watch this in slow motion from our aerial shot here. Just take you through what happened is we went back to the green flag. Susie went up the middle. Oh, and Preslar just came down in front of the 74 and goes up the track. Look at the 9 miss it. There's Cope, Menzies, Isley, Aaron and Swope. There's the 13. Para. Oh my goodness. Maybe the biggest wreck we've had all season long. Wow. And that's on a restart. Crowder gets through it. I'm thinking about if Brennan Poole got through it. I think he... Nope, he's still in the pits. Wow. A lot of calamity. A lot of carnage. Has a miss, and then bam, right there. Let's go to Preslar. There's absolutely no room there at all for the 74. Don't know what he was thinking at all. Let's go to Boisvert. Oh, he was using that apron, and then the 13 came down. Nothing he could do. Oh, man. He wasn't even using the brake. And now Tyler Isley, who you know is obviously going to be furious. My gosh, he took some bad shots. Bad shots. Well, why don't we do this as well? We're going to go from the green flag, and we're going to listen to the 74 of Nick Boyd on this restart. We're going to hear what chat had to say.
Man, that 19 needs to get removed from here.
Well, now the question is going to be who saved up their quick repair is the real question. So after all of that, Josh Susie is in control. He's got the lead. Man, oh man, I'm going to check and see if we do have a penalty per Racer Girl 13.
Taking top.
Birdline is disconnected.
Thank you.
Shout out to Christopher Lynn, by the way, working race control. Man, I can't think about who's... Swope is stuck in the pits. Menzies, Aaron. They have already used their quick repairs. I don't know what to say about that. That was the craziest wreck all season. Racer Girl 13, thanks for tuning in, but don't miss out on the finish. We still got a lot to go. We've got 17 laps to go at Kentucky, our 8th caution of the day. Is this going to be a run to the finish, or what is going to happen? And again, I'm going to say it once again, there's always a favorite out there. Josh Susie and William Farmer, row 1. Susie takes the top side of the track. Mark Sikosi and Ryan Broderick, highest he's been in this position. That's row 2. Row 3, Ashton Crowder and Jimmy Barr. Row 4, Tom Pera and Alan Crowell, and the top 10, Paul Smeraldo and Justin Diltz. Pace car is in the hands of Susie to fire. $17 to go. Farmer is caught sleeping on the restart. Susie's going to get a big lead here. But if these guys get all lined up, what's going to happen? Look at the run by Crowder. 3 wide to the inside. Hang on, Broderick. Makes a nice save. But is now back in 5th. Crowder is 2nd. Sikosi is 3rd. And Farmer is 4th.
You okay, 16?
Guys, just a little high. I'm staying low.
Gonna see what happens here as Crow making sure pair is all good. Boys were back on the track. I believe he's already used his quick repair before that accident took place. Best battle on track for 4th, Broderick and Farmer. Look at that 9 in his debut, up to 4th position. My goodness, what a miss he had in that big one. Having a great run as of right now. 10th of a second lead for Josh Susie on Ashton Crowder, and he's closed in. This is the battle for the lead. Ashton Crowder in the number 1. He's looking for his 2nd win in competition in the National Sim Racing League. 1 start, and that was at North Wilkesboro. Won it. $14 to go. I think they're going to try and stay 1-2. Try and make sure Sikosi's not in this battle. Just had a change for position. William Farmer losing 2 spots to Jimmy Barr and Dylan Clark. Remember, Clark's on the fresher tires. He pitted at lap 180. Farmer pitted on lap 148. Of the drivers that are left running on the track, Farmer's the one that stayed out. Everyone else pitted. Behind them, Justin Diltz. Goes by William D. Farmer for 8th position. And behind them, Paul Smeraldo with a junked up race car, as like a bunch of other cars here. Still trying to battle for the lead though. Ashton Crowder to the inside of Josh Susie. 12 to go. Susie edges by a bumper. Mark Sikosi may get into this battle. Crowder, the battle line. You've got a new leader. Morris says it's going to get interesting. Nick Boyd behind, but Crow separates 10th from 11th. Morris, if a yellow comes out, it will get interesting, that's for sure. Crowder and Susie still doing battle. Closest battle on the track for right now. I think what we're going to see is those drivers working together until we get into the final laps. Ten to go. Points leader Susie continuing to work with Ashton Crowder. Crowder, remember, has won the first 2 stages of the race, looking for the sweep. Mark Sikosi trying to play spoiler if the top 2 get into it. Sikosi right now working by himself shorthanded. He's going for whatever he can. Sikosi, remember, took the win at Myrtle Beach, first win of the season. Had 2 second-place finishes in Speed Weeks before finishing 17th in the 300. Sikosi tried to peek to the inside, lost just a tiny bit of ground. So the number 1, 8 to go at Kentucky. After contact with Brennan Poole and Tyler, with Poole and Tyler Isley. Isley somehow continues to lead it. Let's go into a wild battle here for 5th between Dylan Clark, Jimmy Barr, William D. Farmer. Barr trying the inside. Farmer shuts the door. Got William D. Farmer up there in 7th. William Farmer Jr. in 8th. That's a good battle, too, between him and Justin Dills. Susie trying everything. He's got to try and set the pass up about half a lap beforehand, or the corner before. He's trying to diamond the corners as Crowder goes low to high in the exit. Susie thought about trying high to low. He's trying to get that run, using as much of the track as he can in the tri-oval with the apron, kind of like Chicagoland and Kansas. There is lap traffic ahead. That is Preslar in the 67 that was involved in the big one, the one that he caused. And 5 more laps. 3 cars duking it out for the race win. It could come down to 2 as Sikosi is losing some time. It's just about half a car length between 1st and 2nd. And they're going at it for the win. Will Crowder get his 2nd, or will Susie get his points paying 4th? Remember, Susie came in 66-point lead on Tyler Isley. 6 miles remain. Susie again to the apron. He pulls up to the inside for the race lead on Crowder. He's got the run in 1 and 2.
Thanks.
Off of the corner. Can't get the exit just yet. Door to door in turn 3. Susie could get it on the exit. He's got to get on the gas first. They both wash up the track. Here comes Sikosi in the 8. He scrapes the wall. Crowder holds serve. 3 to go. It's not over just yet, though. Still some lap traffic ahead. That's Isley in the 17. Think he's going to try and hold Sikosi off? No, he lets the top 3 go. Let them battle for it amongst themselves. Car length of a lead between Crowder and Susie. Make that 2 car lengths. Popsicles up in the air with 2 to go for Ashton Crowder. Sikosi going to need a caution if he wants to stay alive. But Susi's going to need to have each driver will need 2 perfect laps if they want to win this race. Who wants it more, Crowder or Susi? White flag is in the air.
High 67.
We're on the last lap at the Kentucky Speedway. Going to come down to Crowder and Susi. Susi tried to use the inside, did not work at all. Oh, Crowder a groove higher, though, compared to Susi. But at 12, what he wants to do, he wants to try to draft. Crowder, does he try to break it entering turn 3? He does not. Quarter of a lap to go. In the home stretch, Ashton Crowder's going to take his 2nd win of the season. He wins the Bluegrass 300.
Yeah, that's better.
Good race, man. That was fun.
Thanks for not touching.
Yeah, I screwed up there. My only opportunity was right before I got the wall there off of 4th. Yeah, I'm done after that.
Great win for Crowder in the 1. He's 2 for 2.
Good race, Ashton. That was awesome. Good job, top 3.
An NSRO competition. Oh, no!
Yeah, you didn't run away with this one. You got to work for it.
Crowder's going to have to do a burnout without the front bumper.
Yeah, that was some world-class driving.
You know what he's saying? No burnout at all. I'm going to victory lane. Straight to victory lane. Or is he going to have a little bit of fun here? Nope, he's pulled it in. He's not going to do a donut with the front end gone. All right, going to get the top 3 in here. Stand by. Crowder, Susi, and Sikosi. Oh, now he's going to go for the donut. Ah, look at that. There he goes. Burn that sucker down until you blow it up. Official results on the top of your screen. Actually, I should say they're unofficial. They will be reviewed based on what happened. But as Crowder does his burnout, we'll bring in our 3rd place finisher, Mark Sikosi. Mark, that was a good run for you there. You were with the lead pack pretty much most of the race, but just what more did you need? I know it's tough to pass at Kentucky with this 550 package.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we really needed. I kept freeing it up throughout the race. We got better and better and better throughout the whole race, and I'm not sure. I mean, I thought I had an opportunity there once they got side by side, but I got real tight behind them and up in the wall off of 4 with a couple of goes. So once that happened, I knew my shot was over. But real good run.
Gotta ask you what you saw from your perspective on that final yellow that came out. That got crazy, the big one.
Yeah, we were expecting another one. I'm not sure how many happened there, but I saw, what was it? They went 3-4 wide in front of us, and everybody was touching, and yeah, it was getting wild. I expected it, so.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
I got to give a shout-out to my new teammates, Cope and Cook. They joined Maxim Motorsports, and yeah, I think it's paying off. We had a really, really good 1.5 mile car. We've been kind of struggling on the 1.5 mile, so yeah, it was really good.
All right, Mark, we'll let you go, man. Nice run tonight.
Thanks, Marty.
So Mark Sikosi finishing in the 3rd position. Whoops, that's you. Sorry. All right. Let's bring in our 2nd place finisher. That is Josh Susi. Josh, you had a chance at it. You tried the inside there on Ashton, but didn't work out. You got side by side, but I know it's really tough to pass here.
Oh, it's super tough to pass. The only chance I had is if he missed the entry into 3, and he's such a good driver that that wasn't gonna happen. I went down in the corner and I can hear him in my right earpiece, his motor right there, and I was like, "Yep, this is not gonna be good."
um, I want to ask as well. After you pitted, did you expect another yellow to fly? Because with Kentucky, you never know what can happen on these restarts.
Well, it's such a as hard as it is to pass. I mean, with this package and everything, it keeps everyone bunched together so much unless they start racing. That I figured there was probably a good probability at the end of that race we might have a string of yellows, and luckily we only had that one, and it was a pretty big one, so I guess it took out quite a few people, and then we were able to run there to the end.
I heard as well. We heard on the broadcast too. We had the chatter on you and Isley teaming up, going up against James Morris. What was going on there?
Oh, they were just bickering a little bit back and forth with each other, and I come over the radio, told Tyler to shut up. So didn't want him to get in trouble. If James wanted to keep running his mouth and you know barking, I'll let him. But there's no need to get muted or anything. Also, just trying to tell my teammate, cool down. You want to sass, do it in Discord with me, and don't lose your head out there. Keep it together.
Yeah.
And they were able to settle down. They just tight racing at the end of the race, and they felt like they were blocking each other and dive bombing and stuff. And I mean, it's just a product of this package, how it's run. We're at that point in the race where you really couldn't give anything. It was all take, take, take.
Who do you want to give shout outs to tonight?
Speed Demon setup first and foremost, as always on the car. Appreciate them. Great teamwork, everyone on KTS. Ashton coming over kind of like an affiliate running with us. I wish I would add his setup tonight. He was another zip code with that set, but we gave it everything we could. I hope Kayla enjoyed the show. I hope she was able to wrap up her karting championship in real life. So big shout out to Kayla. I hope you did good. Everyone that watched, appreciate it. Appreciate you putting on this broadcast. I hope I made it interesting for you at the end of the race. I was driving my guts out and doing the best I can without wrecking us. And man, these guys are just super talented. So we'll go to work for next week and try again.
Sounds good. All right, man. Nice run tonight.
Thank you.
So Josh Susie comes home in the second spot. Time to go to victory lane and talk with our race winner, Ashton Crowder. Ashton, you had a very eventful race, but hey, you were able to hold off Josh Susie there in those final laps. Congratulations.
Thank you. First and foremost, sorry about the voice. Been sick. Now I'm not sick, but my voice is still gone, so apologies for that. But that aside, it was a really well executed race. Everything that I wanted to do worked out for me. I only had one moment that I was like, man, what the heck? And that's all you can really ask for nowadays. These races are really hard to win for a lot of different reasons, but main one is just you can't get away unless you really plan out the run in a very methodical way and gain time, over a 50-lap run, and that's what we did tonight, and it pretty much worked to perfection. So really proud about that.
Want to ask as well, you had this win pretty much wrapped up as being one of the best cars here after stage 2, but you had a really slow pit stop, which had me asking what happened. So I'm going to ask that. What happened there on that pit stop?
See, I'm always concerned with going to the back and stuff like that because I don't want people to think that I'm an egotistical jerk. But the truth with that was I've been keeping more fluids than I can handle in me, just trying to keep my throat in check, and I had to use the bathroom so bad, and I was just just praying that I wouldn't go a lap down, and came back and I still had 14 seconds left, but yeah, I had to use the bathroom, and that's what went on there. So
Gotcha.
Apologize to everybody for that one.
You're good. You had us really nervous there in that regard. I know you pitted on the penultimate caution because I know you, Isley, and Poole made a little bit of contact battling for the race lead. And then we had the big one, and I saw you go right through it. What'd you see from your perspective?
With the big wreck or the Isley wreck?
The final wreck we had, the big one.
Okay, I mean, saw a bunch of cars kind of doing the whole weird shuffle when they get hit, and they like just scoot around. You don't really know where they're going. I've had enough experience in these types of races to know that the cars usually go up first. Safest place to be is the inside wall or the grass. So I was just like, man, hope and pray still had a fast repair. So pretty much held it as flat out as I could while staying safe about it, and just wrote it down on the bottom, and worked out really well for us. Made it through. It's like P5 after that. I mean, it was a huge day for the Crowder box.
Definitely was. Who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
Everybody at Charge Racing, a brand new team, got some really solid guys on there. Everybody has been doing a wonderful job leading into this Pro Series. I can't be more proud about that. Gonna have, or should have, things in the works here next few months, but still really early on in the development, so don't expect anything too soon from that. Follow the socials at Charge Racing, like Kyle Larson Racing, that same sort of deal. Charge Racing was taken, so gotta do with what we got. But yeah, everybody on there, you for putting on the broadcast, everybody in the league putting this deal on. It was really fun. Really enjoy the next gen car. I think at this point, next gen and Xfinity car, my two best cars, two favorites for sure. And yeah, I'm just really thankful to have the opportunity tonight, and you know, everybody watching.
All right.
Especially my guys and girls on Discord. Shout out to them.
Awesome, man. All right, we'll let you go. Congratulations, and I think I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh wait, I just put it together. You do the broadcast on Thursday night too, don't you?
Yeah.
How about that? I knew you sounded familiar. That's right, Marty. All right, yeah. I should see you tomorrow. I may go up to Olbeberg tomorrow. It's my birthday, actually. 19 years
nice.
old.
Happy birthday,
shout
man.
out. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Might go up to the Bergs, walk around Old Virginia Tech. You feel me? Might do that. Maybe not. It depends on how I'm feeling, but might do that. But if I don't do that, definitely will see me there tomorrow. I have no clue where it's at.
All right.
I think it might be Nashville.
I think it is.
Not sure.
Let's take a look, because I got the Powerhouse Racing League Discord
Heck yeah.
all popped up. If I can find it first off. Yeah, there we go. Yep, it's the Nashville Fairgrounds.
Looks like my plane can't make it there. Oh no. So sad. No, I'm joking. Yeah, we'll definitely try to make it there. I wish I could bring my computer up to Virginia, but we don't have any room. So that's kind of lame. It would be a lot to take up there too.
Yeah, definitely would.
But yeah. So maybe we'll give it a maybe. But
all right.
I appreciate the interest.
Fingers crossed. All right, bud. I'll let you go. Great job tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you, and I'm sure you did a great job too. So
thanks, man. Appreciate
you.
it. So Crowder taking home the win. Let's show you the official results, unofficial results, I should say, from tonight. Crowder gets the win, followed by Josh Susi, Mark Sikosi, Ryan Broderick, William Farmer, Dylan Clark, Jimmy Barr, James Morris, the other William Farmer, and Justin Diltz. That's how they look throughout the top 18. Tyler Isley with the tough break after being involved in the big one with about 18 laps to go. Brennan Poole as well with a big tough break, led a bunch of the race as well, and overdrove the car, oversteered when trying to save his number, trying to find it again, number 15 machine, sorry. My brain was frozen for a moment there, but that is how it looks. So that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Again, next week, tune on in as the National Sim Racing League has got another good fun one set for you next week. We make the trip to Dover International Speedway, 200 laps. That will be a fun one for sure. Shout out to our sponsors of Speed Demon Setups and Graphics, Affordable SEO and Marketing, Elevated Outdoors, and Butt Kicker. On behalf of all of our admins, Christopher Lane working in race control, air traffic control for him tonight. Of our admins, Mark Sikosi and Justin Diltz, Marty Sakala signing things off. Congratulations to Ashton Crowder, win number 2 of the season, coming at Kentucky Speedway. He takes the Bluegrass 300. So long, everyone, from the Bluegrass State.